Hello, Professor. I'm going to talk about my favorite movies, which are Toy Story and Front of the Class. Both Toy Story and Front of the Class are my favorite movies. I enjoy watching these movies because I can teach many important things that in our life. For example, Front of the Class, I've taught that you never give up. Any goal that you propose in your life, you can achieve it. On the other hand, Toy Story, I can know that there is a real friendship, and both I love a lot. Okay, I'm going to talk about first of all Toy Story. Toy Story was produced by Pixar Animation Studios. It's based on a book, and the plot of the story of this movie is basically it's based on toys who are alive, and there are two main characters who are Sheriff Woody, who is a cowboy doll, and Buzz Lightyear, who is a spaceman. And there are many different characters because Toy Story is a franchise. In total, there are four different movies. In these movies, there are many new characters like Rex, Jessie, Tiro Blanco, Señor Cara de Papa, and many. Toy Story was written by some people by John Lasseter, Lee Unkrich, and Josh Colley. I write here because I can't memorize these names. Toy Story was directed by some people too. For example, first and second films were directed by John Lasseter. The number three, the third, was directed by Lee Unkrich. The fourth and the last movie was directed by Josh Colley. My favorite scene of this movie is a part when toys I don't know how to explain. In this part of the movie, toys thought that they were going to die. In this part, I thought the same because okay, I don't know how to explain, but in this part was so scared because they try to run away of this place, but they can't. They can run and go out here, and in this part they only close their eyes and held their hands each other. Um, they made the decision like they died. However, another toys saved them. Yeah, they didn't die. And this part I thought in my mind that they can die because this part was so awesome because it's so like realistic. You can see in the expression of the toys that they feel they they were afraid of dying. And the soundtracks, there are many different songs in the different franchise. However, I have one that I love to listen to. This song is called You Got a Friend in Me. I love this song. I can listen to many times, and I love this song. when I hear this song, I feel something strange in my heart. The other movie that I'm going to talk about is Front of the Class. This movie is awesome. It's awesome because the movie talk about or is based on a real story, a true story of a man called Brad Cohen. The movie is based on a book. The book is called Front of the Class: How Tourette Syndrome made me the teacher I've never had. The story talk about a man who suffer a syndrome, who is Tourette syndrome. I don't know, teacher, you know what is Tourette syndrome? But Tourette syndrome is when a person produced tics and some sounds without controlling. They can avoid this kind of tics and sounds. In this time, people didn't know about this syndrome. Then Brad suffered some bullying during his childhood, and also some teacher bullied him too. When he grew up, he became a teacher. However, when he tried to find a job, it was a difficult part because nobody can hire him due to his syndrome. However, one school gave the opportunity, and then he demonstrated that he became the best teacher. My favorite part of this movie is at the end of the movie when Brad won a award. He won award, and he demonstrated that he can became the best teacher. The movie is set in Georgia. The movie was written by Andrew Goldlife. The movie was produced by Thomas Ridman. And the characters in these movies are Timmy Walk, Treat Williams, and Patricia Hilton. The award that Brad won was about the best teacher in Georgia. He demonstrated that despite his syndrome, he can achieve his goal. I recommend this movie, teacher. I don't know, I'm not sure if you already seen this movie, but this movie is awesome. You can teach many different teaching, like never give up. You can face any obstacle you propose, and also this movie teach me that sometimes children understand better a syndrome, that if you compare with adults, sometimes adults doesn't have this facility to understand a syndrome or different diseases that people have. That's all, teacher. Thank you very much.